Hello. It's Sunday, and I can't say I've had the most productive day, although I did try to get some recycling to one of the recycling bins, and I'm getting very frustrated. So let me back up a little. We moved to Arizona just over a year ago, and the only person that we honestly know out here is my sister, who lives about an hour north of us. And it's been a rough year. I mean, obviously we're in 2021 now. It's September and a Sunday, and I don't have much to do. If Tim's at work, anybody else I know is either working. Lily is off work today, but she's over in Tempe, and unfortunately the drive is a pain, and right now I don't have a whole lot of gas in the car either. If I'm struggling to try to put stuff together for rent, it doesn't help that I went and got some of my, shall we say, sleep aids today, and not horrible. I got more than I expected for a little less than I expected. And one of the reasons that I'm looking down is because I am also folding origami as I'm talking. So I've just brought up a whole bunch of little things that will be topics for videos, but I really want to focus this on how do you deal day to day with mental illness. I am diagnosed with bipolar 2, which means that my highs usually manifest as anger. I don't get to have the really happy, productive, I'm going to clean like crazy kind of highs. I'm the opposite. And as I said, at some point we will get up the nerve to show you my half of the bedroom. And the fact is, when I sit here and say I don't have anything to do, there's so much housework that could be done, so much unpacking still. And if you remember, I said we moved here a year ago. We are almost 1 year into the lease on this. We stayed in a vacation rental for 3 months when we first got here. And I'm watching Riot on the other side of the table, my cat, sniffing at a plant. And I've got Frida down here at my feet because she loves being outside when we are. And I don't know if Chloe came out or not. But anyway, Sunday, and what did I do? I put in a ton of job applications this morning. I do technically still have a job to go back to, but I question how long it will last. And I'll be honest, I don't want to go back exactly where I was. I do have an issue with somebody that I was working with, and a lot of people have issues with her, but because they are not in the same position as I am, they are just vitamin clerks. I'm the assistant manager, and I can't deal with working with this person. And a lot of other people feel the same way, but as I said, I'm not as affected, I don't feel, as I am. And given that, and my medication was just not working back in April, that's when I took the time off. And at this point, with the money situation being what it is, that's another reason why I'm looking very, very heavily at trying to get either back to work or a combination of work and something on the side. Like I said, if this would take off and enough people wanted to know what crazy me and my life are like, I would love it. I would love it. And they won't all be videos of me sitting here folding origami. I'm sure not going to do the whole putting makeup on while I'm talking to you because, well, I barely ever wear makeup. May attempt it at some point, but I'm 50 years old, and if I haven't figured it out by now, I don't know that I ever will. I'm not going to lie. When Tim and I got married in 2019, he was really hoping that I would do some makeup just for something very special. And he spent hours watching tutorials on YouTube to learn how to put makeup on for me. And I worked with him on it, but what we found is that we were laughing so hard the whole time he would try to put makeup on for me that I had to do it myself. So I pretty much did the basic powder, mascara. I think I had a lipstick on. I can't remember if I did anything when it came to eyeshadow, but I've been trying to figure out the whole winged eyeliner, and I don't do very well. At least I don't think I do. But when I get people who mention it, they're like, oh my gosh, who are you trying to impress? And it's like, hey, I just want to feel good for the day. And sometimes just putting on makeup, or sometimes wearing cool clothes or whatever. For me, having the pink hair, which I don't know if depending on what job I go back to, whether or not I'll be able to keep it pink like this. But for right now, it's good. And I also noticed that is actually above my right eye, not my left. I said left last night, but I wanted to come and sit outside because it is beautiful out. It's golden hour, I think, which has been getting earlier and earlier every week. We do not observe daylight savings time here in Arizona, in Phoenix anyway. If you live in one of the indigenous nations land, then you do, but we don't. So it's getting dark earlier and earlier. But then again, when everybody falls back that hour, we'll still have it light a little later, which is something I need. But it's light very early here as well. Sitting outside, I'm drinking a slow gin fizz, which brings me to this one topic that I know it drives Tim nuts sometimes, that I'll find something that isn't of interest, and I don't keep it just interest between me and him. So I have a lot of issues when he gets fascinated by something. You can see all the sweat dripping down because it is over 100 degrees. But he gets very interested in something and researches it, and I end up learning tons about it as well. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I want to strangle him. When I get fascinated by something, I too tend to learn a lot about it, and I love teaching other people. I want to bring him in on it, and it frustrates me because I feel like a lot of times when there's something that interests me, even if it's something that he pointed out to me as something that interests him, he gets frustrated with me and doesn't want to hear about it, and it kind of hurts my feelings sometimes because I feel like I am very open to listening to him, and I support him when he is obsessed with something. But Slow Gin Fizz is my latest little one. We were at a Semi, Ohio. We'll talk about that because that's originally where I'm from. But we saw it at Olive Garden a couple weeks ago. I was really surprised to see it on the shelf, and I was like, oh my god, I never hear of anybody making it. So he had to explain to the girl behind the counter how to make it because she didn't know either. And I finally went to the store and got a bottle of Slow Gin. But while we were out in Vegas most recently, anytime we were at a bar or whatever, I kept asking about it. And at one point he was like, I'm really glad that you're excited about something like that, but it's getting a little old. And a lot of times I feel like saying that exact same thing to him about a lot of things. It's getting a little old. And I try not to. Maybe I'm too nice about it. But I think that there are some reasons that he says what he does and as quickly as he does. We'll get into that eventually. I don't think right now he wants me airing all that just out in the open. So that's been my day. Nothing exciting. Like I said, I got a ton of applications in this morning. I took Tim to work. We sat for a little bit while we ate real quick before he had to go in. And then I went down to the Brass Armadillo, and I could tell that a couple things have sold, but I don't think a whole lot. I think we're going to be lucky to break 100 to 150 this week, and a couple times, the last few times we've broken 200 and 300, which is nice because it's money that we don't have otherwise, and it's on stuff that's just sitting here at home usually. But we'll also get into that at some point, is me and my issues with going to Goodwill, finding stuff to resell. So I think I've touched on a few things to make videos about, but done with this one. Usually takes less than 10 minutes, but I was thinking and talking and all that fun stuff. If you could think of anything you'd want to know about, let me know, please, in the comments. And if you're feeling really generous, subscribe, because that will help me get a little bit more visibility to other people, and maybe more people will watch. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. It's Labor Day tomorrow, so I hope you have fun at a cookout or swimming or whatever you're going to do. And I guess school probably starts back up shortly after that. So good luck with that for everybody that's affected by it. And I'm sure I'll probably end up making another video later tonight, if not tomorrow. So have a great night. See you later. Bye.